Audio Jungle.
You know, I'm a man of great morals and I'm a man of great principles. I never read it on nobody. And that's when I could look in the mirror and look at myself and say, you know what?
Audio
Kevin,
Jungle.
I fuck with you. Growing up in New Orleans is very poverty stricken. You know, that's what me and my grandmother lived there. I moved from New Orleans to another city like not even 30 minutes away called Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and that's where I grew up. The streets was always outside my household. So I gravitated toward it. I said this in other interviews prior to this one. I gravitated toward a lot of individuals that were doing the wrong things with the right intentions. I found a way to tell my story and tell the story of the individuals around me. You know what I'm saying? And people relate to it. You know, what I do is something called reality rap. I always see first. You know what I'm saying? Every problem ain't, you don't turn it into Afghanistan and all that. That don't make you tough.
Somebody asked me, Kevin, how you feel when people say all those bad things about you? You know, like when they call you pussy, and I said, man, I like when people call me that, bro. Because at one time, people used to call me the devil. They say I was a monster. But with the grace of the Most High God, God saved me from myself. He saved a lot of people in the process. Allah wait for it.
It's all a blessing. I know what I gotta do. All you gotta do is grind. But I was fortunate enough to come up under some individuals that were silent. You know, that taught me, you know, they imputed, you know, wisdom and knowledge in me and taught me one thing, you know, man, you a man of morals and principles. If you be a rat, you might as well let a nigga fuck you. You a rat. I always stood tall, win, lose, or major. My grandfather taught me that you not fighting to win. Every time you fight, make sure you die. You going in there to die. You going in there to get your point across. Because your children got to live up under your name. What kind of name you want for yourself? But I believe he gave me the game because I was soaking the game up. I like to look at the game, analyze the game, you know. And he saw that. He saw I was hungry for it, so he was feeding me the game, feeding me that knowledge. You know, that's what me, I'm a real seeker of knowledge. So he saw that. And when he got to feed me that game, I took off. You know, I took off. Now, I don't want the name of an individual that I let somebody trick me on my position with words. No, and I tell that to all my younger brothers also, you heard me, because I'm involved in a youth, like a youth mentorship program where I mentor the young people. I just want them to know, you know, look at me as an example. Man, whenever somebody say something about you, you heard me, whether it's direct or indirect, don't entertain that. But don't let nobody trick you out your position, man. You know what I'm saying? Beef, I don't discuss. I don't discuss. Shit, be a man of understanding. You know, be a man of understanding. And understand that other people not gonna have the same understanding you have. And I impute that to my young brothers, man, stay out the way. Everybody that was significant and meant something to me, they're either dead or I'ma know them for the rest of my life, but will never see them again because I'm a two-time convicted felon. I cannot go in a penal facility and visit anyone. Really. I can't even go see them. And my heart with them, bro. I love them to death, wish they was with me. But hey, what's meant to be, meant to be. And like I say, they on their journey, I'm on my journey. I love them. I carry them with me with everything I do. But that's why I move the way I move. When you see me, no entourage, big bro. I say most individuals that live in poverty-stricken situations, environments, they believe that exhibiting violence is how you handle situations, and that's not anymore.
What got you out of that?
Understanding.
Did it cause a reason?
A wise man of change. And my consequences always was hard and harsh. And I always ask God, like, man, why I always got to get the short end of the stick? You know what I'm saying? Why I always got to get the you know, the raw end of the deal?
Well, but you know,
But with great power comes great responsibility, so I had to be molded into what I am. That lifestyle led me to nothing. I lost everything. Yeah, see, in the glory days, it was great. Going in the club, turning up with the money, it was great.
and then,
But the consequences behind those actions, I lost everything. All the friends that I love, they're either dead or they're doing life. I'll never see them again because I'm a convicted felon. I cannot go into any penal facility to visit anyone on visitation. You know, there's certain things that I get emotional about that I miss, not because of nobody else's actions, but because of my actions.
man,
So mine go with me. Yeah, and if I have an altercation or anything, I want my children to see. This is how you deal with altercation. You know, a wise brother pulled me to the side and said, you gotta be somewhere, you gotta have a pistol. You don't need to beat up.
Damn right.
You got too many strikes. What you wanna go to? You wanna go to penitentiary for the rest of your life for somebody to say you real? No, man. Be loyal to yourself first. You know, and the people that get it, and those who don't. When the individual disrespect you, oh, it's game time. I punch him in his mouth. I ain't about no talk. That's not how you deal with a problem. When I detect that you not no intelligent person, by listening that you speak, I'ma stay out your way. I hate not having intelligent conversations. It's refreshing, not playing mental gymnastics and such, but when you can bounce ideas off, you know, two individuals can sit and bounce ideas with each other, and then, you know, man sharpen man is iron sharpen iron. So if I can't learn from you, why are we talking?
Right.
A wise brother told me, man, I accept failure when success is free.
There you go.
Why? Man, you don't have to be what people want you to be. You got your own brain. You hear me? If you knew the consequence behind the choice you made, would you still have made that choice? They penitentiary rules in effect. You know, when you getting off that bus, hitting that facility, they got people on their yard saying anything on their yard. Pay the negativity at all. Being a gangster is win, lose, or maybe, man, solid to the gristle. And it's emotional for me, bro. I get emotional about it because I got partners that's doing life right now, not because you caught them, not because you proved that they was guilty, but because people got on the stand and pointed the finger. You know, now this man, you done took this man from his family. Now this little girl, I had her since she was 2. She called me her dad. I done had her since she was 2. My dog, Fred Grisby, he's doing life. He's never coming home. You hear me? They say they gonna let him do 10 and let him come home, but right now they talking about they ain't letting him come home. You know, but you know, prayer changes all things. Negativity is a thief that steals happiness. And I'm not saying I'm on a new wave or nothing, but I've been really kind of just really sitting back and being reflective, and I've really been thankful for a lot that's been going on with me. I'll say this, if anyone is that beneficial in someone's life, once they leave out of the picture, why didn't everything stop?
Sometimes your life won't turn out how you planned it. It turns out how you work for it. How you wake up and you chase that dream every single morning. It's what you give your time and your energy to that takes you to the next level. You see, I witnessed the death of my mother, the death of my grandfather, the incarceration of my father, and still I stood. Because when I walked in those projects, I realized one thing. I realized this, that my dream never lived down there. I realized that everything I ever dreamed of lives in the sky, and I must jump every single day to go reclaim what's mine. And that's royalty. You see, many of us believe that just because our father was a drug dealer and our uncle was a drug dealer, that is our life and that is our forever. But I want you to know something. That is only a lesson to show us to be something more than what they thought we can be. You see, when a family tree is dying, all you have to do is take care of the roots. And if the roots is too dead to bring the tree back alive, you plant another one. Young king and queen, I'm sorry, but we live in a generation today where you're gonna have to grow up right now. You're gonna have to be phenomenal in everything you do because everyone in the world is chasing greatness. And what do you do when a man is going 100 miles per hour and you haven't even started the engine yet? The best gifts come from the bottom. They say, well, why you want to be great? I don't want to be great for me. I want to be great so them project babies can look in the mirror and say, I am too. I am special. That flower grew in the same streets that I grew up in. That rose up through that concrete, and so can I. It's a mentality. Roses can grow in the projects if you take care of the soil. It don't matter how big the house is, baby. It's the love inside of it. Take care of your community. Take care of your brothers and sisters. Hold cowards accountable for what they put in your neighborhoods. Put your crown back on your head. Let the world know your name. King and queen. This means you gotta work. This means you have to grind when they sleep. You gotta grind when they won't. You gotta grind when you do not feel like it. And this in all areas in life. School, sports, your religion. Consistency is the tunnel to greatness. Consistency will turn an ordinary man into something he never thought he can be. I want you to look in the mirror, young kings and queens today. If you're growing up with nothing and you're growing up without, I want you to look in the mirror and I want you to say these words. I want you to say that I am royalty. I am more of my generational curses. I am more than my drug addict father. I am more than my incarcerated uncle. No, I'm not better than them, but I want to do better for them. I want to give our last name a legacy that will be remembered forever. That when people speak of it, people will smile automatically. See, this type of greatness I'm talking about when I die, they can't even fit another body in the church because what I gave the world. You see all these men standing on top of the world. You think they're special, you think they're everything, but you don't know what they did to get there, king and queen. Are you willing to sell your soul for material things? Because right now, we're losing the battle to the evil, and I'm telling you, young kings, I need you to come back. I need you to come back to the kings and queens that I know you are as great citizens. You know, young kings that walk in the room with his pants pulled up, and young queens that cover her body and only show her face because she knows she's beautiful and she loves the skin she in. You see, I want to bring us back to that. I want to eliminate the NIGGA mindset and bring the king mindset because that's what we were born of. Royalty. You see, kings and queens, life is like one man standing on one single street. And the Creator says, stay in your lane. If you stay in this lane, you will continue to ride. But if you pay attention to all the other cars, you will crash. What do I mean? I mean, don't pay attention to the next man. Pay attention to the best man. See, the best man is whoever you believe he is because the mind has power. Your mouth and your words have power. I became a speaker by walking into a school after having suicidal thoughts, ready to blow my brains out. I wanted to give some children something that they can take forever, something that can last forever, something that can push them to the next level, and then I wanted to die. But God did a funny thing when I walked out that school in Reading, Pennsylvania. 5 minutes walking down that street, I get a phone call and they say, Mr. Hollis, how much do you charge to speak? And that was the day my career started. Since then, I have done nothing but speak. Since then, I've paid every bill with nothing but what I make from what I speak. Since then, I've had a meal every single night. Since then, I've met beautiful, kind people that helped me go to the next level. Since then, you get my point. God is amazing. See, I thought it was about time that somebody came to the world and they gave people true words. You know, not just talk to the people with the big wallets and the big purses. I'm talking about the people that have nothing. I'm talking about the people who can barely get cough syrup and barely feed their babies. I'm talking about the mothers left alone. I'm talking about the fathers that's lost that never had a father and had a baby and still don't know how to be a father, and they call the deadbeat every single day. See, the thing about this world, they believe that you can just vanish somebody into something, but I want you to know something. When God put his hands on it, you cannot vanish anything. Because that's the same man that turned dirt into man. See, we tend to forget these things. We tend to forget how extraordinary our Father is. See, you got powers and we like him. You gotta awaken that power. You gotta bring it to life, and you gotta show the world that this is real. People always ask me the question. They say, Will, when have you found what you love to do? I say, you find what you love to do when it becomes easy to you and amazing to the world. See, I hope you're listening to me today, because I'm giving you my heart. I'm giving you my soul. I'm giving you what they call real motivation. See, no, I will never come to you kings and queens with that lions, tigers, and bears, because I'm not a lion, tiger, or bear. I was born in the jungle, though. But we made it out. Because you know what they say about real lions? We take over the pack. And we lead it. See, that's the thing. We got a lot of lions out there in those neighborhoods, drug dealers, killers, whatever you want to call yourself. And I want you to know, King, you special. You misguided, but you special. I know you grew up without a father and your mother left you and nobody ever loved you and nobody ever told you can be anything, and you believed it. But I want to tell you this, that you are phenomenal. You are a king. You come from royal blood. You stand on the tip top of the pyramids. You are royalty, king. You are a light. You are a star. The question is, do you believe you are?
Focus. Focus can be the difference between on and off, winning and losing, good and great, between great and the best. Focusing can be the most self-fulfilling thing you could do for yourself, because with focus comes accomplishment. Focusing can bring out your greatest talents and give you true purpose in this world. It can take your natural ability and magnify it to extraordinary. One thing I learned, and I'm sure most of us know, is what you focus on, what you put your energy into, is exactly what we should expect back. That's just the law of the universe, karma. I've seen it happen like 10,000 times. It's as proven as 1 + 1 being 2. Focus is a key to being successful in any situation. If you focus on the wrong, you'll get the wrong things. There's no way to focus on one thing and expect something different. How you focus on something is giving your attention to it. Even if you don't like it and still focus on not liking it, you're still putting your attention to it and will still attract it. For example, if you focus on wanting a new car, you'll keep attracting the idea of wanting a new car. But see, it's easy to confuse that because wanting a new car isn't the way to manifest it. You're simply just wanting a new car, not obtaining a new car. Remember, the intent of your focus is so important. There's a difference between focusing on wanting a new car and focusing on the car being yours. We really should be clear on what we focus on. Honestly, I feel like time is the most valuable thing we've ever been given, and focus runs parallel to that. Because every second of the day we're focused on something, whether you realize it or not. I for sure am a victim of focusing on the wrong thing sometimes. I spent a little too much time on my phone, looking at comments, focusing on the outfit a little too long, but that's just human. It's very rare that you'll probably focus 100% of your time on what you need to.